What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I get my 10,000 steps in today. And I ain't gonna hold y'all up, man. After doing the 20,000 steps for a week, this really don't feel like no exercise. Doing 10,000, it feel like light work. Like it really don't feel like exercise. It's so easy to get out here and do 10,000 steps. Not that it was a ton of work for me before, because I'm used to it, but after doing double that and now going back to doing just a 10,000, it just feels effortless. But we ain't gonna talk about that for too much. Let's talk about Latto, or Big Latto, or whatever you want to call her, and this Brokey challenge of hers, if you could even call this a challenge. So I've been seeing talk about this, and I didn't really know what it was. I had no interest in making a video about it because it's like, oh, another TikTok trend, who cares? But when I seen what this was, I'm like, okay, now I got to talk about it. So from what I have seen, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, from what I have seen, it appears that this ain't really a challenge at all. It's just her duping women into promoting her song that I guess is called Brokey. That pretty much seems to be the beginning and end of what this challenge is. So you got people getting fired over doing this, because I don't know if this is part of the terms of the challenge, but they seem to be doing this at work. Now, I don't know why they would do this at work, because honestly, I really don't know if that's a term of the challenge. It has to be at work that you're doing this. But people are getting fired for doing these Brokey videos at work, it seems like. And y'all know I was just talking the other day about people getting fired from work now for oversharing, and be careful what you put on social media and stuff, because now they be looking at what you post. Well, damn. I unexpectedly came across an addendum to that damn video. What are y'all doing, man? For real. It's like the more time goes on, the more goofy and gullible people get when it comes to this sort of thing. Like, you're not supposed to become naive or more naive over time. You're supposed to become wiser over time. So I really don't understand why people are even getting caught like this, with this sort of stuff. It's just silly to me. So people are confused why they are getting fired for doing this, because it was just one video and people liked it. That don't matter. Here's why you're getting fired. Since you are just so unable to comprehend what is happening here. You are on company time. You're not supposed to be playing with your damn phone. Some companies, they don't like you playing with your phone at all. But if you're send a text or something like that here and there, they ain't really gonna trip about it. But if they see a video of you basically screwing around on company time, and you are getting paid, you're on the clock right now to do free marketing for someone else promoting their stuff while you are on their clock, they are going to have a problem with that. It just seems silly that I have to kind of break this down, because it seems like people don't really understand just common sense things anymore. You cannot seriously think that you can be on the clock at work where you're supposed to be working, right? You're not supposed to be recording TikTok videos on the clock. That's crazy to act like you're this level of just naive about this. Like, you just lack this level of comprehension about why you got fired. So I guess the reward for doing this, if they don't get fired, is a chance to win $10,000 And it appears also a chance to appear in a video with Latto down the line. Now, we all know $10,000 is not a lot of money. That's certainly not worth risking your livelihood for. $10,000 is not a lot of money. If you give most of these people who are really bad with money management and just poor spending habits, if you give them $10,000, they are going to be broke again, flat broke, in a week, 2 weeks tops. You know, they're not going to take any of that money and fix that busted ass car that's outside where it's got noises and stuff coming from it, and they turn the music up to try to ignore it. They're not going to do that. They're not going to use it to get caught up on their bills and then just sit on the rest of it. You know, they got some breathing room. They're not going to use it for any type of stuff like that. They're not going to use it to buy their kids clothes for school. Your kids are out there with talking shoes, going to school. They're getting roasted. You're not going to use that to go do any of that for. No, you're going to blow it on stupid stuff for yourself. Well, maybe they'll get the kids some shoes. You know, they can always get them, you know, famous footwear. Go in there and give them some of the $59.99 shoes. You know, famous footwear always got, you know, a roster of Nikes that you've never seen before. You know, if you go on Nike.com, you've never seen these shoes before, but they just got this plethora of Nike shoes that we've never seen or heard from. Yeah, they're going to go get them some of those. $59.99 from famous footwear. You know, it's just silly because you're doing this, you're risking your livelihood for the chance of winning and being in her video or something like that, and $10,000. And to be quite honest with you, I think most of these chicks would still be goofy enough to do this, even if there weren't the offer of the $10,000, which I think is paltry money for the risk involved. But $10,000, if it was just the chance of being in her video alone and no money involved, I fully believe that most of these chicks would still be doing it anyway. They'd still be risking their job to do this goofy stuff anyway, because that's how powerful clout is to many of these chicks. They're a lot of times, a lot of cases, invisible. No one knows who they are, and they are so desperate for attention and validation. And here it is, a small chance that some rapper that they know will have them in a video, some female rapper will have them in a video, and they are truly okay with risking it all for just the smallest chance to be featured in a video. And we don't even know the level of feature in the video you'll get. You could be shown literally for 2 seconds in a video, because I mean, you know, you're just some random, you know. So no one is winning here except Latto. Her song, I mean, she has you guys playing her song in all your TikTok videos. So you're playing her song in all your TikTok videos. You know, you might have did 1 video, 2 videos. You know, if like, let's say 10,000, since, you know, that's the theme here. Let's say 10,000 women do this challenge on TikTok. You know, TikTok videos tend to catch the algorithm and get a lot of views, so a bunch of eyes are gonna see it. So this is still more marketing for her. $10,000 is such a absurdly low payday for what she's gaining out of this. I can only imagine how unintelligent she believes her fans to be. The fact that she came up with this challenge for them to do, which just basically is duping them into promoting her song that I would assume is not getting as much traction as she would like. She's trying to make the song go viral, because why else would she be doing this? She's trying to make the song go viral because the song ain't hit like that on its own. So she's resorting to using her fans to boost it. It's just the craziest thing, man. And Is one guy who video I saw, um, he's also from here. He mentioned, and it was funny because I was thinking this, and then he mentioned it. You don't even know if this is real. You don't even know if there's even going to be a winner. You don't know. How many times have we seen one of these challenges by one of these influencers, and there was some goofy stuff surrounding the prize money? You know, we never heard of there actually being a winner. Or if there was some winner, when you do a little bit of digging, you find out that this is somebody that they know. So this isn't a stranger. This isn't some random pick. They're giving the prize to somebody that they know. So all this silly stuff, and for what? For the chance to be in a video and get $10,000 when there's an equal chance that there really isn't no prize to be given? Well, I mean, no. It's a much higher chance that there's no prize to be getting. If you think about it, you are more likely being scammed by this than anything else. It is highly probable that this is just a scam. You're being duped through and through. And then I think the most disturbing thing about it is that the women who are losing their jobs, they just really aren't taking this very seriously. It's no accountability on their part. Their attitude is basically like, well, the job fired me. I only did this. I only did that. Like, the job is the bad one here. You did something stupid. I don't hear any accountability coming from these women. Not yet. Not yet have I, anyway, seen a video where one of the women was like, you know, I could see why they fired me in hindsight. I really wasn't thinking. I loved my job. I should have been, you know, smarter with this. I just nothing, no accountability. One chick, she had been working that place for 6 years, and she just basically like, you know, well, I'm glad to know that the place I've been at 6 years would just fire me over something as small as this, whatever. Just no accountability, man. It must be good being a woman, because men just are not allowed to move like this. If it was a man doing something this silly and it resulted in him losing his job, everybody would expect some sort of accountability from him. Everybody would be ready to hold his feet to the fire. Like, bro, you made decisions that led to this. This is your fault. This isn't anybody else's. It's not your job's responsibility to keep you employed. It's on you to keep yourself employed. But it never quite goes that way when it's women, is it? Women always no accountability. Women don't hold each other accountable. They feed the delusion. Not only have I not heard these women be accountable for their own actions, I really don't see other women like, I mean, sis, this was kind of stupid, you know? That'll be today, you know? No, I'm not going to say it doesn't happen ever. There are small instances where I see women hold each other accountable, but we know that's definitely not the norm. That's definitely not the majority of the time. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to get back to stepping. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. This Latto Brokey challenge that is not really a challenge at all, in my opinion. It's just you making a TikTok reciting the lyrics to her songs. Like, how is that a challenge? What is challenging here? Why is this called a challenge? Oh, I know. Because if she called it something else, people wouldn't be stupid enough to do it. It's like if you put challenge behind something, you get all the dummies to do it. You know, you get some stupid idea and then put challenge behind it, and then people will do it. They will film themselves doing it. It doesn't matter how stupid it is. It doesn't matter how dangerous it is. If you take a really dumb idea and pitch it as a challenge, you see who is the bright and not so bright instantly. You know, not too long ago, you had people doing the challenge where they were walking on milk crates. I'm a pretty athletic guy. I've got very good balance, very good control. You wouldn't have caught me doing that. And I probably could have done it without getting hurt and falling like I seen people doing. So yeah, man, I'm leaving it there. I'm not gonna say no more on this, man. I could go on about how dumb this is for another hour probably. I appreciate y'all connecting with me, man. Later, peace.